Hello, KidMin leaders. Thank you so much for serving this Sunday on Easter. I'm really excited. I decided this was probably the fastest and easiest way to download what to expect and what the plans are for this week. If you are not teaching in elementary, I'll feel free to end this when I get to the lesson part, but I wanted to give everybody information on times and places and all that stuff first. So first, again, thank you so very much for leading. Last time we met at Golden View, we had about 125 in elementary, and then I want to say another 10 or so between the two nursery classes. It's kind of what I'm anticipating again. I'm planning for more like 100 in elementary just because we're still not up to those same numbers that we were in back in 2019, but could be. Nursery, I'm expecting to be small. Families just tend to keep their kiddos with them, but at the same time, maybe not. I don't know. So we're gonna certainly prep those rooms for kiddos. So that gives you a little bit of information of what I'm expecting. So let me share with you a little bit about setup in case that's where you are. Setup will be at 2 o'clock starting at Golden View. If you're part of one of Henry's teams or tech teams for setting the chairs in the worship center and tech. But if that's you, then you probably know that already. If you're looking for a spot to help there, that's that. That room, the auditorium should be already done by 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, I will be meeting the tweens at Golden View. We will be unloading all of the folding chairs from the trailer, which Matt Kelly is picking up for us at Huffman to pull up there, to be there at 3 for the tweens and our leaders who are there that day to set up our elementary area, which will be upstairs on that entry-level floor in front of the big, huge windows. We're going to do that this year. If you were there when we met at Golden View before, you'll know it was really loud in the lower commons and noise traveled back and forth between the auditorium where Mark was preaching and where we were. So we're going to go upstairs. We will have security helping block entryways and things like that, but that's also what our elementary leadership will be doing, and our tweens will be helping guide kiddos to make sure we all go the same direction. There's not really anywhere else to go except out the front doors, so we'll be making sure. So we're setting that area up at 3, as well as our 2 nursery classrooms. We have to be super careful with that. Those are 2 active classrooms that we will be moving all of their regular school stuff to the perimeter of the room. We'll take pictures of the room first to make sure it all goes back exactly correctly, and then we'll set those rooms for nursery. And then again, after church, we'll have to put all of that back. That's at 3, and then I will be meeting after those. And we'll set up just the check-in tables, which shouldn't be a big deal. Check-in will be all manual by hand. We don't really have Wi-Fi, any kind of internet access while we're there, and that was a total kerfuffle last time. We're just going to do it on paper with stickers. So easy. After everything is set up, I'm going to meet with the tweens and kind of commission them as to their leadership roles. Thank them for their work on Saturday, commission them for their leadership roles on Sunday. Let's see. Sunday morning, any volunteers who are going to be teaching in nursery or elementary are encouraged to meet at the church at 9:30 so that we can catch a van up to the school. Parking is limited, and that will help make sure as many parking spots are available for folks as possible. Because we're going to be having a Devo service time at 9:45 with a couple of the worship songs, and Mark's going to share a kind of devotional moment because nursery folks will not be in the service for any of it, and elementary folks will not be in for the sermon. So we'll get a little bit of that in time to worship together. And then pray over the service and kind of be in the space. If that's not you or you cannot make that, that's understandable, but encouraged. Be in your spot by 10:30. So if you need to park at the school, please make sure your family's in one vehicle. Otherwise, park at Hillside, and there should be vans going back and forth. But try, please, be in your place, whether check-in or greeting, taking the baskets with bracelets around, nursery classrooms, whatever it is. Be at Golden View no later than 10:30 on Sunday morning. Service starts at 11. Let's see. The way elementary service is going to roll is that, like last time, and similar to what we do now, children will join their parents. They will be in the main auditorium area for all of the music. We will dismiss right before Mark's sermon. We are not doing check-in for elementary because we will return children to their parents before the end of the service. So Asher will be in the worship center listening for some particular phrases Mark has told him, and when he hears those, he's going to come up and get us so that we can wrap up our service and come back down, so that during the intro of the final song, all of the adults are going to remain seated while kids come in and find their parents, and then we'll all sing those last, I think it's one song right before everybody leaves, but that way kids leave from their parents and return to their parents at the end of the service. Let's see. So those are those details. If you're not teaching in elementary, then feel free to shut this off. Or you can hang out and listen. What we will be doing for our elementary service that I really hope works, in my head it's cool. I don't know how many of you at camp ever made rain, you know, the whole rub your hands lightly, then you start to snap, and then your feet go and you make a storm. I don't know how many of you ever did that. But I was trying to come up with something that's both kinesthetic but in your place. And so we're going to learn to tell the Easter story kind of in that method. So I will, there will be colored dots on the chairs that we will put on there on Saturday that will just help us predetermine sections so that that doesn't take a long time on Sunday morning. But how we'll start out is kind of welcome, blah, blah, blah. I will have my headset and a speaker, so hopefully that will make things a little bit easier than last time. I will story tell Passion Week, essentially, from Passover through Resurrection, using these body sounds, pleasant, appropriate ones. And then break it back down and show them what they're going to do with that. So I won't even talk about it when I storytell. It'll be more of a subconscious kind of thing. So I will storytell the whole thing, and then I will teach them, based on their color, what their motions, their body sounds are. So like green is going to be, they're going to use their feet on the floor, and the first time we do it, they're starting quietly and then getting louder, because that's the men walking into the Garden of Gethsemane to arrest Jesus. And then towards the end of the story, when we wrap back around, that's going to be slow walking feet, because it's the women going to the tomb to take care of Jesus's body on that Sunday morning. So things like that. So we'll set them up. Each section goes twice. And so we'll just kind of walk through each of those. And the goal is for them to be able to go from section to section to section, so it makes this audible story. In my head, it's cool. No idea what it's going to work out like. Could be a reason why I couldn't find any of this online already done. We'll see. I'm excited about it. We have bracelets. Don't tell anybody. They say, give up your life, Matthew 10:39. There will be big ones on the seats, on some of the seats when people arrive. There will be some folks walking around with baskets of medium-sized ones. They're supposed to fit women and teenagers a little bit better. And then we will have these little bitty ones in the elementary service, so that if the other two sizes didn't fit somebody, they can take one of these. So we will pass these out at the beginning of elementary service, so that essentially everybody has a fidget of some sort. And they also get a gift on Easter Sunday. So I think that's a really quick rundown of what we hope happens on Sunday. We will need to take chairs and move them perhaps back toward the front of the building. That will just help us save a step in the tear down. I'll have to decide, and you guys can give me feedback on whether we can have each kid pick up their chair and before they turn down the stairwell, just lean them on the wall, or if that's super tacky. It might be super tacky. It might also be efficient. I never know where that line is. But again, thankful for you guys. I will see you Sunday morning. Bye.